Wales penalised at the scrum this time. And it's David Young who's accused of driving down and in. It wasn't Rogers. He was okay.
I'll tell you what, he had a look, you know, he fancied that. Just a bit too far out.
Jenkins just has a look to check that Shane Howarth is there, but again he slips on his kick. In comes Albanese. Arbizu. Big tackle on him. Can Wales turn it over? No, but they do get the scrum.
That's a big tackle and a crucial tackle. You've got to remember, tried a conversion, and they really will spoil the party. Mark Taylor it was, he stopped him dead in his tracks. Wales can't afford to miss any tackles, that's for sure.
Well, that's not a very good scrum. The Argentinians getting the push on. Wales just hanging on in there, but they must have really relaxed at that one.
20 minutes ago, John, it was all over, wasn't it? Wales playing well, so they were going to cut loose. And Argentina clawed themselves back into the game.
Better scrum from Wales. Scott Quinnell again holding it at the back. Feeds Howley now. Now there's some space. Howley's gone. Oh, just grabbed beautifully by Martin. Sinkinson in there to keep the move going. But again, the forwards running straight over the top. And it's Argentina who come away with the ball. It's a good kick into the corner. Howarth's not going to be able to do much with that. And he just cleverly waits and did go into touch. Welsh line out, but they're only 5 metres from their own line. Again, totally from their own mistake.
What did well Shane Howarth there, because if he'd have kicked that in, that would have been Argentina's throw, and that would have been extremely dangerous.
"78 minutes gone, and Wales under pressure. The referee telling them to hurry up and get into the line. And they better do that, because the last thing they want is a penalty given against them here. Time jump, that worked well that time. Howley just hoists it high. David James did very well. Sinkinson. Wales have it. Space. Quinnell on the short burst, but they had big overlap in the wide open spaces. Howley wriggling his way through. Craig Quinnell. Rogers. Little spin pass, flashy from the prop. Jones Hughes. Now they want it wide. Half break. And he's got to be careful though, he's got to be careful because the support was slow. They've set it up this time. Howarth chips to the corner.
Better from Wales. Jones Hughes, however, he's made his first mistake in a Welsh jersey. If he'd have offloaded that ball, it was try time on the right. Unfortunately, he gave it to Scott Quinnell and the move broke down. Quick ball from there, it really was on if they'd moved that wide.
So this is where Wales will want to see out the rest of the game. Perez with the ball. Good drive from the Argentinians. Look to be lasting the pace better, if anything. And the kick went direct into touch. That's a bad mistake from Argentina. Wales will now have the throw-in back just outside the Argentinian 22.
He was kicked well all day, but that was a big mistake. Great relief from the Welsh players.
23-18. Oh, and again they lose the line out. Again, it didn't get to Wyatt. Martin, who's had a big game since he's come on the substitute. Oh, and off the outside of the boot. And Quesada lets Wales off again, really.
Yes, he's annoyed with himself, he knows it. The line-outs, lost far too many.
Well, that's a quarter of the line-outs that they've thrown into lost, and that is a very, very poor percentage. Got everything going for you. Wyatt now comes to the front. This time they do go to the back, and at least they fool the opposing jumpers. Scott Quinnell drags it down. Good drive from the rest of the pack. Rogers is the man with the ball. Now it's Wyatt. He sets it up. Howley has it. Jenkins. Jones-Hughes. But again, he's isolated. And the final whistle goes. Wales have won it, 23 points to 15, but my goodness, it wasn't easy. Started off by going 6 points down, got it back to lead with a try at the end of the first half from Chavez. Looked to be going away from it when they got to the point of a second try early in the second half, but then it was all Argentina. Quesada brought them back into it with 3 penalties, but Wales finally getting home, 23 points to 18.
Thank you, John. Thank you, Steve. Wales have done it, but only just. And coming up, the thoughts of Francois Pienaar, Ian Evans and Gareth Edwards.